This one poor G on role playing, or simply being a human being down here on this earth. Well, William Shakespeare said something similar to this. The world is merely a stage, and we're all merely actors upon it. So, according to William Shakespeare, we're all playing roles. And when you start out as a kid, you play the role of as a kid. First, you got to play the role as a baby. You don't know what the hell is going on. You're a little baby. You just crawl out of the womb. You don't know nothing. You just kicking around, crying, and everything like that. When you want to get your way, you just start crying. Ah! And your mama come and stick a bottle in your mouth or a pacifier or something like that. But you're playing that role as a baby, and you don't even know it. You have no idea that you're playing the role of a baby. Then finally, when you get a little older, you find out that you playing a role of a kid. All of a sudden you this big kid, and when it come to getting your way, that crying hardly won't get it no more. You can cry all you want. Ah! Mama ain't gonna stick no pacifier in your mouth. Or put no bottle in your mouth, because by then you know how to feed yourself, and you start crying and whining to get your way. Your mama might whoop your ass or something like that. So you find out you better find another way to play that role of a kid. So later on, then when you get to be a juvenile, it's the same thing. You got to play the role of a juvenile. You don't have no choice. You can't get past it. You're playing that role of a juvenile, big kid. And you got to watch it, because it's peer pressure as a mother. You run into them kids out there, they be playing the role of dope heads. And, they want to play the role of alcoholics. They don't know what they're getting into. So they pass the joint around and everything like that, pass the bottle around like that. You got to figure out real quick if you want to play that role with them. Because if you go and play that role with them, some kids try dope and stuff like that, and they get hooked on it for life, and then they find themselves a 70, 80-year-old man still hooked on drugs they got hooked on as a kid, playing that role as a juvenile. So when you get a little older, though, then you start playing the role of an adult. And when you get to playing that role of an adult, that's when you really better figure out what's going on, because out in the world, they got those guys called police. If you play the role of a nonconformist in society, you might run into the police. The easiest thing to do is conform. If you get out there, you're going to try to play the role of a bank robber or a hoodlum or something like that. They got them guys out there that's going to get in the way of your role. And then they're going to lock you up and you're going to end up in jail. And you're going to be playing the role of somebody's biatch. So you got to get yourself together and figure out what type of role you want to play in this world. Like I say, I always wanted to play the role of a good human being. And even though I flunked out when I was a kid, I always wanted to play. I wouldn't use no hard drugs. I get around, I had friends that use that stuff, get in the back of your car, shooting up and everything. I put them the hell out. I wasn't playing that role with them. No freaking way. So I kind of stuck to my program of trying to be a good person, play the role of a good person. And I'm still trying to stick to that role today, but sometimes it gets kind of hard. See, now, I'm playing the role of an older man, a 66-year-old man. I had no choice but to play this role. I got kicked into this role. Father Time kicked me in this role. So I got to play it the best I can, but I wish I could, just play the role of an older man in no pain. I can walk around. I'm not in pain. I'm just an older man. Screw the pain. Ah! So, but I gotta play that role. And along with my role as an older man, I got married back some 20 years ago. So I gotta play the role of a good husband. And the thing about it is, if you don't play the role of a good husband, you play the role of a bad husband, your marriage might not last. And I got my wife, she plays her role. My wife, she like playing the role of a dictator. She like dictating. You do as I say, my way or the highway. But so I try to play the role of a good husband, and so I compromise. No, buddy. I don't want to hit the highway, but I don't want to do everything your way. So I compromise. So, but like I say, William Shakespeare say the world is merely a stage. We're all merely actors upon it. Now, you got them famous actors in Hollywood. Some of them they play the role. They get Oscars for being a good actor and everything like that. But you cast them out in regular society, they can't handle regular society. I used to watch In the Heat of the Night, and Carol O'Connor's son, he played that role as a cop on In the Heat of the Night. But in real life, he was playing the role of a junkie. And then it finally killed itself. That ain't funny or nothing like that. But he was playing that. Evidently, the dope got him. He couldn't handle it. That role, playing the role of a dope head, he just couldn't handle it. And whatever was going on in his head, he couldn't take it. So, but he was playing that role. Now, he was a good actor and everything. And when I found out he was a dope head, I couldn't believe it, because he played that role pretty good on TV. So, actors and them famous actors, they play them roles. And some of them, like Mel Gibson, he was a good actor. I like him. He played some good roles. But out in real life, he went crazy. He couldn't seem to handle marriages and stuff like that. Now you take Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, he plays a dual role. He sticks to the program, though. He played a role of a Medea, which is a big biatch, if I must say so. But Tyler got molested when he was a child. So I guess the way he handled it, he make millions of dollars wearing his dress. But see, when he leave the stage, he leave the theater, he don't wear that dress, He plays the role of a man, so he sticks to the program. Now you take Bruce Jenner, for a long time, Bruce played the role of a super athlete as a man. But all of a sudden, up in his older years, his program changed big time. He wanted to play the role of a biatch. I don't know where he got molested or whatever. Evidently, something happened to him to divert his role. But he playing that role, now he played that role of a woman, done changed his name and everything. And he playing a role he went full biatch on us, So, but anyway, role playing. This one Poet G on role playing. And when you're out in the world playing your role, you got to be real careful. You better control that brain up in your head, to have you playing a role you might not want to play. And you're supposed to mature when you get older. So when you was a baby, you didn't know. Then you got a little older, you start finding out. Then when you got grown, you better know. You might have to go. You might, like I say, the guys out there that put you behind bars, you might have to go to jail and play full biatch. Anyway, this one Poet G on role playing out in the world. What role are you playing? You better look in the mirror and figure it out real quick. It might put you in a trick. See you later.